Hello, One Piece fans. It's the Dawn of the Dawn. I'm Sammy the Wildcard Warlord.
And I'm Ethan, the Budget Broker.
And today we are harnessing our hatred. We're turning to the dark side. These are our most hated leaders. Now, before we get into it, I apologize that we've been gone for so long. We have been quite busy, but we're back.
Better than ever.
That's arguable, but we are back.
We are back.
Okay.
We missed you guys.
We did. It's been way too long. I miss our chats with this.
So, in today's episode, we have compiled a list of the leaders that we hate, that we despise, that we do not like very much. We are making a tier list of the most hated, most despised, most despicable leaders in the One Piece card game.
In our opinion.
Yes.
That is an important distinction.
Yes. Now, if you do play these leaders, we're not going to hate you.
It's all
just kidding. We hate you.
Yeah.
Don't show up to locals. Do not pull up to locals.
We don't hate you. We just don't want you anywhere near our matchups, okay?
That's what I'm saying. Anyway, let's get right into it. Starting off.
The first leader we have on this list, it's the one I added. Ethan might disagree with me, but I think he'll understand my points. It's Blackbeard. Blackbeard is just so oppressive. All of my decks, every deck I play, has on-plays. And I feel like that's like either a deck-building error on my part or just Blackbeard hatred in general from my side.
Blackbeard is low-key pretty balanced and fair, in my opinion, and he's a really chill guy.
I mean, like, it's not that bad. Like, if I'm facing a Blackbeard player, I have a plan for what to do. Sometimes it's not a great plan, but it's a plan. So if I had to put it on a salt meter, I'd rate it like a 6 on a salt meter. Like, I'm not upset to sit across a Blackbeard player, but I'm not going to enjoy myself that much.
See,
especially if they're a good Blackbeard player, like someone I know.
True. See, I get that. As a Blackbeard player, I will say, it's not very fun when you're playing like an off deck. If I'm playing Kid, if I'm playing Katakuri, and I go up against a Blackbeard, I'm probably not going to have a fun time. There's some decks I play, like the Katakuri I mentioned, that doesn't have a lot of on plays, which is kind of nice because you kind of have to you kind of bait them, kind of trick them out, get in their head, make them waste cards. But overall, it is kind of annoying when you have basically half your deck turned off. But however, I will say I really do like the mirror match. The mirror is kind of fire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because it becomes more of not stopping on plays, like not you don't have to think about curve and stuff. You have to think about your trash management and how to manage what cards go in and when they come out.
Exactly.
And,
and I will say, with the mirror matchup, it's pretty crazy because when I'm playing Blackbeard, I'll forget that he has a leader ability and I'll forget to do it. And in the mirror, I don't have to. I just forget. I don't have to worry about it.
His ability in the mirror just says discard one card.
Just discard one card.
That seems pretty good to me.
And you can still use that in the mirror.
Exactly.
If you want to ramp up,
Yeah.
Get
pop up your Jesus.
Jesus. Shout out to Jesus.
Shout out to my homie Jesus.
Put Jesus on the screen. No! Wrong one. All right. So, salt meter, I'll give it a 5, I guess. But I guess we can settle at 6. We'll give it a 6 on the salty meter. It's annoying to play against, but, there is, there's some counterplay. And
I'm not mad. I'm not mad about it. I'm not going to enjoy it, but I'm not mad.
Yeah. That's like all leaders. So it's pretty even.
Yeah. So, on this particular list of leaders that we're talking about, he's probably, pretty low down there.
Right?
Because 5, I think, is the baseline for this list.
Yeah. I'll say 5. Just to give a standpoint. 5 is just any regular leader that you go up against. It's you just go up against a guy. 5 is just you're not mad about it. You're not happy to see the leader. It's just whatever. And on the lower end of the list, I'll say 1 and 2. That's leaders you like going up against. We have a separate video cooking for that.
Mm-hmm. Stay tuned. So 5 is baseline. I'm not happy to see it. I don't dislike it. It's just kind of neutral. 1 or 2 is yeah, I'm happy to see that. We got a video cooking up for that one. Stay tuned for that.
We got a video.
And 10 is the moment I'm paired up with it, I just concede. I'm walking away. That's how much I dislike it.
Yes. Anyway, what we have up next? We got Jewelry Bonnie.
Bonnie is what we call in the business a stall deck. Slows down the pace. You have to play on their pace, and their pace makes me cringe inside. I like rush. I like going in. I'm a red player at heart, even though I don't play very many red decks. And Bonnie just says, no, you're not allowed. All of your attacks will be off curve.
See, I agree with that. I've gone up against Bonnie a few times, and her she's not terrible to go up against. I'd say, like, kind of in the same train as Blackbeard. I'd say it's just like I feel more annoying because Blackbeard shuts off like an integral part of your deck, but what Bonnie does is worse in my opinion because she just says no.
Mm-hmm.
She just says one Don, can't attack, and I think the leader ability in itself isn't terrible, which is why I'm not like super distressed when I see it. It's the cards that the deck usually runs for me. Like I think it's the carrot that just says, don't stand your characters next turn. They just stay rested, which is I think where a lot of the saltiness comes from. Not just like the self-contained leader, it's the rest of the deck itself. And then because it's green, you're gonna see one of my least favorite cards. Hody Jones. Hate that guy. He just says no to blockers. I love me my blockers, as you know, Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Big fan of blockers. And so I think it's the opposite to Blackbeard, in my opinion. I'd say Blackbeard, it's like, when you see Blackbeard, it's like, oh, I hate that guy. He's an annoying leader. With Bonnie, it's a cool leader, but just the rest of the deck is annoying.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally agree with you. I think one of the rudest things to do is freezing characters because it's like they're useless. They just sit there. You got to wait for them to die.
Basically,
you can't do anything with them. Yeah. Well, for some of them,
some of them, and then next turn your opponent just swings and they all die, which is really sad.
Mm-hmm. And we will get back to that shortly. Next on the list, let's get to the salt rating first.
I think similar to Blackbeard, but I'd say just a little worse. I give it 6.5.
Yeah, I'd go to 7 just because freezing it personally offends me a lot.
That is,
and against a competent Bonnie player, like they will survive almost every attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there are ways to negate it though. There's ways to just get a big board, just go really wide. But overall, pretty solid. Next up, we have Yellow Enel.
Have you played against Enel recently? Because I haven't for a while.
I wouldn't say recently, but I've gone up against like one or two.
Enough to be annoyed.
Yeah. So, Yellow Enel, he is similar to Blackbeard, like I was saying, like when you see the leader's the thing that annoys me, and Enel is just so annoying.
He never dies. So, Enel's ability, when he goes down to 0 life, he gains a life.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, we can agree. Yeah. That's annoying.
It's so dumb.
All of your attacks, you have to be able to get through 2 viable attacks in order to even try to kill him.
Yeah. And what's worse is that he is yellow. And yellow, it's a fun color. It's fun to play. There's a lot of cool cards and leaders in yellow, but the majority of them they're all triggers and they're all life-based cards. You got your 8-drop kids. You got your aces. You got your big moms. They're all just like stack your life cards. Just get an extra life. And then kill all your opponent's life cards. And it just really is annoying. And then all the triggers every time you attack, it's like trigger. What's that? Oh, Frankie trigger. What's that? Capone gang base trigger. Just really.
It never ends.
It's just really obnoxious.
You could say it triggers you.
Oh. True.
Yeah, so Enel is actually like sort of the inspiration for this video. I stumbled across an Enel gameplay video, them facing Enel, and the opponent got back like 5 life in a single turn, and it personally reminded me of some nightmares I had.
I see. Salt meter, I'm giving it a 9.
Solid 9. I agree. Because it's like I don't think I'm going to lose. I have a pretty good matchup into Enel, but I hate it.
But it's not that it's hard, it's a bad matchup. It's just an annoying one, which is why it's salty. It's why it's on the list.
Enel is like a cockroach. You can never get rid of them. You just stick around for way too long, no matter what you do. Bug spray, don't matter. Nuclear bomb, it'll find a way. Next up on the list, we have this one's mine, Foxy. I hate Foxy. Foxy is the leader I went up against last locals I went to,
Mm-hmm.
my leader never stood past like the first time they attacked. Foxy's whole gimmick, getting Dawn. You get Dawn, then you Dawn -3 when you attack, you freeze their attacker, their leader, they never die. It's just like a Nell, but more annoying, more offensive, because it's got that freeze. The freeze that I hate from Bonnie.
Mm-hmm.
And the cockroach of Enel in one.
It's a classic purple deck, Get Dawn, minus Dawn, pretty standard purple. But just because I haven't played against like Foxy personally, but I can see how it might be obnoxious to some people. I will say comparatively though to others we've seen on the list, Foxy's a lot more steeper cost. It is an older card, so it isn't as tuned up, I would say, because it does have the -3 Dawn, which is pretty easy to get in the deck, I've seen, because a lot of builds you get the adding Dawn and stuff, but it also requires you to have 3 Foxy Pirate characters on the field, which is doable, but also it's a pretty like steep stipulation to have on there, so it's a lot better than I'd say like Blackbeard, where you just discard a card, or Bonnie, where it's just Dawn 1, or Enel, they just get it for free. So there is a cost there, which I will say is a redeeming quality.
Mm-hmm. But Foxy has personally offended me. I'm not the best at One Piece. Like, I think I'm okay. Like, I'm decent. Like, if I were on the average bell, if there was like a bell curve, I'd be like right in the middle.
That is how most bell curves work.
Well, yeah, I'm saying I'm common. I'm a normal dude. I'm not exceptional. I normally get like 1 win, go 1-1. Mm-hmm. Last locals, I was going 2 in. I was feeling great. I was making good plays. And Foxy, I lost. Lost to him. He was undefeated that night. And it personally offended me. No offense to that guy. That guy's great. I've played against him with other decks, and he's pretty cool guy.
Cool guy.
That particular night
does not work.
Not going to work.
Salt meter. What are you saying, Sammy?
I know it doesn't deserve it. I'd go 8, but if I fight against Foxy more, I'd probably get reduced down to like a 6. But it's just offended me so much personally that it's up there.
That's fair. As someone who's never played against Foxy, I see how it can be annoying. You're resting 2 characters; they don't stand up. That's a solid 8 for me.
Well, you're resting your leader too. The most consistent form of my damage.
Exactly.
Yeah. Next up, we've got the Wombo Combo. We're going to discuss both these decks at the same time because they're similar in the reasons why we dislike them. But we're going to go with Black Purple Luffy first.
Black Purple Luffy. It just does everything, it seems, and is just really obnoxious to go against. And also, there's a certain card in the deck, the 6-drop Monkey D. Luffy.
Luffy, Happy Luffy.
Beer Luffy.
Want to kick his face in, Luffy?
Real. Who just says, your leader, he's 7,000 power, just for the rest of the game, basically. Just on play when attacking. And that sucks. It's just really annoying. You can barely get attacks in once that comes down. And just the leader itself, like ramp a lot of Dawn, minus get stuff. It's just, he feels really overtuned to me. And that's where the saltiness comes from.
Yeah, and it's really, it hurts my soul because I play lots of purple too, and like with like the purple decks I play Sugar, you play an event, you have to pay for the event, you get a thing for free. But with Luffy, like that's neutral, right? Neutral in terms of Dawn. But with Luffy, you got your Zoros, you got your Robins. You -2, gain 1, and then you gain another one from Luffy. Another active one, so it generates a Dawn. And I don't understand how that, like Gum Gum Giant is +1 Dawn. It's so annoying. Yeah, on the other hand, you got Blue Purple Luffy, who has advantage in card draw. Blue Purple, you draw 2 cards a turn with 6,000 power. The 3 life doesn't matter. You just get so much card draw. There's so many variations. They took my Don Quixote from me.
They did.
It's just personally offensive. And Gum Gum Giant, it's great. It's even better in this deck because you can search it with the leader. It's so bad.
Very much an overtuned deck, I would say. Last couple ones, just there's doing so much and with so little drawback, it's crazy. See, as someone who plays a lot of the purple Katakuri, it is a more even matchup because you are able to like get more power based on Katakuri's ability, but it's just like it's really tricky because that 3-life body doesn't really matter. What irks me about the deck is that as a category player, they stole my 8-drop category. It's a good card. It's an amazing card. It's so good, but they stole it from me, and it makes me sad. It's salty, and they just run all of the really good, expensive cards. You got your Sanjis that you play, and then you cheat out a Big Mom. It's just terrible. It's evil. I hate it. Very spiteful.
No, I fully agree. Because they stole Katakuri from you, they stole Big Mom from you, they stole Rosinante from me, and they stole Doflamingo from me as well.
See, at least Black Purple Luffy has the decency, the respect to keep it archetypal. You got your Straw Hats, you got all your Straw Hats. Blue Purple Luffy is a thief.
He is the definition of the bad pirates that Luffy seeks to destroy.
It's just big card, the good card that runs all of the really expensive good cards, driving up prices. Wasn't in a market analysis video, but he's driving up the prices. This man needs to be taken down. Next ban list, kill this man.
True. I think the most offensive card, and I think the entire internet agrees, Gum Giant. 2 cost, draw 2 cards, -2 Don, doesn't matter, plus 4,000 power.
Evil.
Evil. Disgusting. Absolutely atrocious.
And he's a base 6,000 power, so that just automatically brings him up to 10,000.
Ridiculous.
Evil.
On the saltiness meter,
Salty meter,
I think we can both agree. Solid 10.
Solid 10 out of 10 saltiness for Blue Purple Luffy, and we did not rank Black Purple Luffy, so let's put him up there. What do you think for Black Purple?
I think Black Purple doesn't offend me as much as Blue Purple does.
Yes, Blue Purple, definition of hatred, definition of spite.
I'd go 9 for Black Purple.
9 for Black Purple, 10 for Blue Purple. We hate Luffy. This is not Luffy One Piece. Overall, stupid cards. Next up, we got Black Rob Lucci. Minus cost is an annoying mechanic. I personally don't like it. There's some in Blackbeard, but I personally don't. My list is not about minusing because I think it's stupid. Minusing cards, and then you say, "Oopsie daisy," and then you just play anything that's 1 cost dies. So I'll play out my 8-drop Katakuri or something. He'll go -3, -1, -20, dead, and it's just obnoxious. It's just an obnoxious deck. I hate the minusing.
Yeah, I think the worst part is that it's removal that feels like it should take more effort than it does.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Salt Meter. I haven't fought against Rob. I've only did it once. I don't really remember it really well, but what would you rate him?
I give it just because, leader itself isn't crazy. It's not anything like the Blue Purple Luffy that just feels unfair to play against. It's a really simple leader with a dumb mechanic and a dumb deck behind it. And so I give it, give it like a solid 7, I think. I'd say. Just because, it's annoying to play against, how to see all of your big guys. You drop your big guys, and then it goes minus 5, and then you're just dead. You have your Laboons at -4. It's not fun. I give it a 7. How about you, Sammy?
I'd have to agree. Just any minus cost deck, except for Smoker, because Smoker's cool.
There's some bias within the ranking.
A bit of bias, but no, I'd have to agree. If I'm fighting Smoker, yeah. Any minus cost leader, honestly.
I know, but I will say with you mentioned Smoker. Smoker isn't as bad. I would say it's not as heinous, especially with cards problematic cards like Ice Age, right? Ice Age that do all the heavy lifting, minusing cost and such. It's not as terrible. It's just still annoying mechanic I do not like. Next up, we have
Yellow Purple Robin. This leader with Banish.
Why, Sammy, would they put Banish on a leader card? How could they? What were they thinking?
I have no idea. I mean, I guess it's pretty cool.
It's cool.
Fresh in life, yeah, but it's
for crazy.
You're not getting card advantage. It's actively denying card advantage from the opponent. Plus, one attacking is not great.
It's not crazy. I will say, as when it comes to saltiness, it's not too crazy. It's just It's not even really a good deck currently, not in the current format. It's just, banish on a leader. It's pretty salty. Hate to see it.
Especially with the deck, because most of the deck is like trashing life. So you just never get to see your life cards. And so if you yourself are playing like a yellow life deck, you also just suffer against
Indeed.
Robin.
Yeah.
All never getting your triggers.
Not seeing your triggers, not getting card advantage from taking damage. It's nothing too crazy compared to other cards, It's nothing too like spiteful, nothing too evil. It's just annoying mechanic to put on a leader, which is why it's on the list.
Sounds like it's a 6 or a 5 from you. Huh?
6 or 5. I give it a 6 just because banish, hate to see it, especially if you're running like a yellow deck. Like if I'm running my Eustace Kid, my yellow Eustace Kid with all my triggers, it's hate to see it, but it happens, and I'm giving it a 6. How about you?
I've honestly only faced Robin once, and that time was miserable because I was playing a yellow deck. So I think we just come to a consensus. If you're playing yellow, it's in like 6 or 7, but I'd have to give it a 6 as well. Yeah.
All right.
I'd have to agree.
All right. Next up, we have yellow Vegapunk.
And if you're sensing the theme, stall. The stall from Vegapunk is so annoying.
Sammy, where's Vegapunk on here? He's not even viable, meta relevant. He's doing pretty good. Wins a couple locals. But Sammy, he only has 2 life. What's the dealio?
Well, if you just read his leader ability, he can't attack. It seems like it should be fine. But 2 life doesn't matter when you can give yourself more life or play things for free just because it says you can. Pay 1, play out your 6,000 power dude that can't be KO'd. 1 life, you get a blocker. One dawn, you get more life. It's so... What are you even talking about? It's just like a Nell, but with card advantage on top of the cockroach.
Exactly.
It personally hurts my soul.
What I equated it to is that many of this leader cannot attack have abilities revolving around cheating out really big cards. You have your Shirahoshis that play out the big Sea King cards, and then also you've got, I think it was Iceberg that plays out Galley Law cards for cheap. And also, it's kind of similar to the Blue Buggy deck, where you're able to cheat out big things. But out of all of those, Vegapunk is the saltiest, in our opinion. There's one thing that Vegapunk has that the others don't, and it's a yellow card. It's a yellow leader. And as we discussed before, yellow leaders, not fun.
But it's a yellow leader that not only can cheat things out for free, but can also stay alive.
All of the bad parts of an L mixed with all the bad parts of Buggy, and you just mix them together, and you get Dr. Vegapunk, and he's got all of his satellite cards that you play out that have stupid abilities. Basically, the deck just has a bunch of cards, like, I believe the 5-cost Pythagoras that just says on KO if you have 2 or less life cards, which usually you will have because you're playing Vegapunk, play up to one of your egghead type character cards that cost 4 or less from your trash rested. So just great recursion. And he also has a trigger that if your leader is Vegapunk, which usually I would assume it is, you just get to play the card.
And he has 6,000 power.
And he's got 6,000 power. So either you cheat out for free, basically, or you put on your life, and then you take damage, and then you play it out for free, and then he dies. Then you get another card. It's just, there's a lot of cards.
And he just keeps attacking.
It's just, the deck is obnoxious.
And that's why it's getting a 9 from me.
Getting a 9. I'm giving it an 8.
I can agree with that, because it doesn't like hurt.
It's not as crazy as the other ones. It's not, especially it's like power level ranking. It's not as high up on the list as other like meta relevant decks. But overall, it's just a bothersome deck. It's just really annoying, as are many other yellow leaders.
I mean, it's a 9 for me just because of personal bias. Like I absolutely hate the stall.
Yeah. All right. Finally, our last leader that's going on the Sol meter that we're ranking today in this video is red, yellow, Bello Betty.
Okay, I'll take it away. Bello Betty is one of the first leaders that I personally went up against, and I hated it. Because not only does Bello Betty get lots of power, not only do they rush you down and take you out really quickly, They also cheat characters out because the leader ability just lets you do that. They minus your power, so it's harder to block. And it's just so hard to stay alive.
And it's a yellow deck, which we've discussed before, is the worst color.
Mm-hmm. Feels good to play, for sure.
No, yeah.
And there's ways you can play yellow without being offensive.
Yeah.
But these decks do not.
That is true. That's true. It takes the aggressiveness of red and just the recursion of yellow. You know, basically it's just big army deck. You get a bunch of guys, and you swing in. You just add a bunch. They give them a bunch of power, and you swing in, and it hurts a lot. It's a really poor matchup into when I'm playing my Blackbeard, because Blackbeard, you know, it takes a little time to set up. You know, you want to fill your graveyard, you want to get your guys, you want to get up to 10 so you can play your big you 10 drop Blackbeard. And what Bella Betty does is she just swings in for big damage, and it's really hard to block. It's hard to counter because, you know, you're basically just giving all of your guys plus a bunch of power, and then you swing in, and you take a bunch of damage, and then you die.
Yeah, if you're going up against Bell Buddy and you're able to set up with Blackbeard, something has gone horribly wrong for your opponent, and you're having a great day. They are fuming online after that match.
Decks that take a lot of setup time are going to be punished by this deck. This is really aggressive. Probably one of my least favorite aggro decks, in my opinion. But yeah, for saltiness, I'm probably going to give this a 9 just because of how evil it is and how it counters my beloved Blackbeard. But what about you?
Yeah, I have to agree. 9. Sure, I have some matchups that are okay into it, but
yeah,
it's so much power so quickly. It's so hard to do anything against it.
Build a board, the leader. That's all I have to say. But overall, if you play these leaders, we don't hate you. Sammy does. But, you know, they're just a little salty. Hate to see them, but they're still cards.
Yeah.
They're still decks.
Hate the deck, love the game. So, let's just quickly wrap this up. Our top 3 most hated decks are Blue Purple Luffy, Black Purple Luffy, and Bello Betty. So, let us know what decks you hate. Get it here
Down
in the comments
below. Get mad at each other. Get raged. If you don't like our list, maybe make your own. Let us know. Anyway, as always, your budget is my business.
And Jank is king.
Thanks for watching. Until next dawn. Okay.
That was a really good clap. We ruined it by we were too enthralled. Okay.
So, Robert Gucci.